Well, if you don't work with Alex, you just don't like money. Like that's the thing. Alex will come into your business. He will take over the appointment setting process, take one thing off your plate, and just dial it in more than you could ever imagine. This watch is not possible without fucking Alex, bro. This is like Alex is the reason why I have the business that I have, the results that I have, the client results, things that I've bought, like everything.
And here I am 16 months later after working with all those people, working with guys like Devin Jatto. And like I've unlocked a level of insights in terms of appointment setting because I've worked on so many offers and managed so many different offers. Like you can name an industry, name a niche. I've either worked in that industry or niche or I've managed a team in that industry or niche. Like I've kind of done it all, and I think that's what really separates me apart from kind of everyone else in this kind of marketplace.
If you want to literally just book more calls, do yourself a favor. Literally book a call with Alex. You will not regret it. It'll probably be the best decision you make in your business.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Alex here with a special guest. I'm going to let him introduce himself. His name is SooWei. Tell the people a little bit about yourself, what type of business you run, how you started it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the introduction and everything. My name is SooWei. I run a online consulting offer for coaches where I help them build acquisition systems and help them sign more clients to make more money.
Sick, man. How did you actually get into that business and kind of start it and get it to where it is now?
Yeah, I mean, I ran an agency in the past. I was a growth operator, you could say, growth partner for a lot of coaches. I did it done for you. And then eventually, when the demand got too much, I transitioned into a consulting model. I was much more leverage, allowed me to scale up much easier. And yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. I mean, and we met kind of like a year ago, over a year ago
Yeah.
now, when you were still in the growth operator days. I came and kind of set for one of your clients, and it's been like a really kind of amazing journey to kind of see you progress from where you were to kind of where you are now and kind of you build the business that you've built. And like, if you could kind of think back to like a year ago, what kind of stood out to you about me that made you want to kind of promote me from that set that was just working for your clients to actually
Yeah.
being the set manager and the setting coach within your program that you have now?
Yeah, good question. So for those that don't know, again, like Alex said, me and Alex go way back. I think it's been like a year and a half since we first worked together. And he's been my setter manager for all my clients. He's someone that just helped me with fulfillment and everything. And he's someone I deeply trust. And now he's like, launching his own stuff and everything is gonna be sick, right? This interview is kind of show you how Alex has helped me so he can help you as well. But what stood out for me for you was I think it was just your work ethic, man. Well, whenever I told you to get something done, you'd get it done regardless of how you feel, regardless of your schedule. You're playing tennis at the time and you still got things done, even when on tournament. And I knew like, okay, if this guy has this type of mindset, if I give him another role, he's gonna smash it, you know? You're one of those guys where it's like, no matter what you feel, no matter what stops you from getting to where you want to be, you'll get there.
Yeah.
Figure out a way to get there. And as a setter, like hiring a setter manager, that's probably the most important trait to have because you lead everyone by example. You lead everyone and you show them what to do and how to do it. So it was kind of a no-brainer when I picked you as a setter manager. And it was mainly because of the work ethic and how fast you learn things as well. So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I think that's a good quality that I have, and I think it's helped me a lot when I'm actually managing teams because they need someone that is reliable.
Yeah.
Especially, it doesn't matter whether I'm at a tennis tournament on the other side of the country, whatever it is.
Yeah.
If they know I'm going to get the job done, I'm going to get on those calls and keep them accountable. I think it's a very good skill that I have. I guess if you can kind of think back to that time, what was kind of the intention behind you even hiring me as a set manager? Like, what made you feel like you needed a set manager at that time?
I generally think every online coach shouldn't worry about appointment setting. Like what why? Like your goal as a business owner is to focus on high leverage activities that move a needle forward. So that's building out systems, building out your VSL, posting better content, fulfillment. The last thing you should be worrying about is being in the DMs or training up your appointment setter. And so for me, when I was scaling up or when I was scaling up clients and everything, like managing a group of setters, firing, hiring, prospecting, whatever, the whole process of even getting an appointment setter on board, it's probably the most time-consuming team like thing in the world. And I remember like there was this one team, there's this one client that I had, I could not find the right setter. And it took me like 5 times, and I was like, bro, honestly, I can't do this. It's not worth my time. Alex helped me find, and then I think you helped me find a guy, and it was like that process was so seamless, and it was just okay. Alex is who I'm going to train up as a center manager. And it's like as
Mhm.
a business owner, you have to realize that the time and attention you put towards, your business should not be on the low leverage, medium leverage activities. It should only be on the high leverage activities. Appointment setting management is not a high leverage activity. I'd say it's like a medium leveraged. And it takes a lot of fucking time to like prospect, hire and and train, build out
Yeah,
the sales scripts and everything. And so that's why. And you kind of knew the appointment setting in and out. You at that point you were better than me. I was like, it just made sense for you to take over that process and help me with that so I could free up my time and work on more important things. And you could hold
hmm
down the fort in terms of like the appointment setting, you know?
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. No, for sure, man. I definitely agree. I think, and that's kind of something I've learned from you, like getting on your group calls and stuff like that, is you need to, as a business owner, if you want to scale, you need to constantly, or not constantly, but at each stage as you are scaling, you need to kind of shift your focus to the other higher leverage activities. Maybe now it's going to be hiring a setter, but in the future, if you want to get to like 100K a month, you need to be focusing on other things. Therefore, you need to outsource all of these things, right? So I
Exactly.
definitely kind of agree in that aspect. What would you kind of say to like online coaches that maybe say, oh, I don't need a setter. I'm going to stay in the DMs and do it all myself. Or on the other side, maybe there's an online coach that has hired a group of setters. They already have setters, but they say, oh, I don't need a setter manager. I'll manage them themselves. What kind of advice would you maybe give to these online coaches?
Well, the first guy that thinks he can stay in the DMs is just straight retarded. I really don't know what to tell them. I don't think there's a single online coach that wants to be in the DMs. But if you like the DMs, then you can keep on staying broke. So the first guy, I don't even know what to say. I don't even think we should work with that kind of guy. The second guy, that one's more reasonable. For a long time, I thought that I could manage setters. The only hard part was the onboarding and the training and the hiring or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But at a certain point, your setter's going to churn. It's inevitable. Your setter's going to churn. No matter how good he is, no matter how loyal he is, say for 3, 4 years, he's going to churn eventually. And you're going to have
Mhm.
to go through the whole hiring process again and again and again. Um, why have another thing on your plate to worry about when you can find a person that's better than you at this task, pay him a few $1,000s, and make more of that? And so the
Mhm.
opportunity cost of you training up a setter and spending all that time hiring, managing, firing, and everything could be outsourced for a few $1,000s a month. Because for majority of guys watching, they're probably running an online high ticket offer that's 3, 4K or maybe even 6K, You just need one sale, like, and you make it ROI. Do you not think that the right setter manager will be able to help your setter book more calls than what you're doing right now? Like,
Exactly.
you need to think in that perspective. And so for a lot of guys, they think it's about spending money, but the reality is it's the opportunity cost. That's
Yeah.
like that should allow you to actually hire a setter manager. It's not the
Yeah.
money you spend for hiring a setter manager, it's the
Mhm.
opportunity cost of not having a setter manager that's as good as you are to come into your business
Exactly.
and help build out the systems and everything. That's what it
Yeah.
is, you know?
Yeah. And I think looking at what you just said, I think a lot of online coaches actually underestimate the process of running an appointment setting team. I think so many of them just want to get outside of the appointment setting process, like the day-to-day replying to leads, that they
Yeah.
then find a way to hire a setter, but then they don't know what to do afterwards because they're not a manager. They've never managed a salesperson before. They don't know how to train them, keep them accountable, implement all the setting systems. And then they wonder why after 2 weeks the setter leaves and they
Yeah.
stuck in that cycle over and over again, right? And then they say, "Oh, I don't need a setter. I'll do it all myself," right? It doesn't work, right? So I definitely agree in that aspect. I guess moving on, what would you kind of say was your like maybe favorite part about working with me, and how has the overall experience been for you and the clients that I ultimately manage their teams?
Yeah, I'm gonna be brutally honest. Alex is probably the most complete appointment setter that I've worked with. Um, because he understands everything. Like you were setting B2B for me, you were setting B2C for Nat. Every single offer he was on, he brought in record months. Like every single one, right? And he's just the most complete appointment setter. And I think that goes into being a setter manager. If you haven't gone through that process of being a setter, how can you skip that and then just go straight to a center manager? And so Alex is someone who really took the time to master his craft, get really good at not just B2C appointment setting, but B2B, which is fucking hard, bro. B2B appointment setting is hard. And just completely just dial in his craft and then make it to where he is today. But
Yeah.
for Alex, it's like he was just the most complete setter. He knew everything from the post booking report, from the outreaching, from the prospecting to the qualification, to the reminders, the follow-ups, and he knows the entire process. And that's what makes you like, the center manager you are today. If
Yeah.
if someone just skips that process, like you can't really do anything, like, well, what are they going to manage them for? And so a lot of online coaches, they think that they can do it themselves, but you haven't even set properly. You don't even know how to outreach the prospects. You don't even know how to do post booking. You don't even know how to do follow-ups. I think at our peak, you were booking in 5 to 10 calls a day for net at an 85% show up rate, all qualified calls.
Mm.
No online coach is doing that. And so yeah, like the results speak for itself, man. I'm just kind of saying what you did, but the results really speak for itself.
Yeah. I think, and I actually remember having a call with you back then where you kind of asked me, what's my plan like moving forward? Do I want to become a closer or do I want to actually stay as a setter? Because I think a lot of setters get to that stage like 3 months in where they
Yeah.
can transition to a closer. And I consciously made that decision that I wanted to become a setter manager and I wanted to stick in it. And here I am 16 months later after working with all those people, working with guys like Devin Jatto. And like I've unlock the level of insights in terms of appointment setting because I've worked on so many offers and managed so many different offers. Like you can name an industry, name a niche. I've either worked in that industry or niche, or I've managed a team in that industry or niche. Like I've kind of done it all, and I think that's what really separates me apart from kind of everyone else in this kind of marketplace. Any last thoughts for kind of online coaches that are maybe on the fence about whether or not they should work with me?
Well, if you don't work with Alex, you just don't like money. Like that's the thing. Alex will come into your business. He'll take over the appointment setting process, take one thing off your plate, and just dial it in more than you could ever imagine. If you think you're doing well with appointment setting, I promise you, if you onboard Alex and you bring him into your team, he is going to literally change your entire perspective and turn your business 180 and make it super, super profitable. If you're struggling with, a low ROAS and your ads are not working, the appointment setting process is probably the problem. Alex can fix that. If you need more calls on your calendar, you don't know how to outreach and all that stuff, Alex can probably fix that. If you just need more calls on your calendar and you want to scale up your business, there's not a more qualified guy than Alex because he's someone that I've worked with for 1.5 years. I've seen him develop. I've seen him master his craft as time goes on. I've seen him work with the biggest guys. I've trusted him with every single important project that I've been on, and every single time he's delivered, and he's over delivered on everything. And so I really can't stress how much Alex has helped me in my journey. Like I wouldn't be where I am without you. That's the thing, you know. Like I've achieved a good amount and everything. Like, this watch is not possible without fucking Alex. This is like Alex is the reason why I have the business that I have, the results that I have, the client results, the things that I bought, like everything. Like I don't think I've ever actually told you, Alex, but you literally just changed you made business very, very easy. And then I'll tell you guys this as well. I'm going on a kind of a tangent, but when Alex didn't want to work as a setter anymore, bro, that shit like that shit hurt my heart, bro. Because I was like, okay, who can I actually find to replace Alex? And I kid you guys not, it took me like 3.5 months, 4 months to find a setter that can even not even do close to what Alex is doing, but is kind of doing his job.
Hmm.
I've been through 6 setters after Alex. I'm not satisfied with a single one. The one that we have right now is actually pretty decent. Alex is training him up, so at least Alex is somehow still part of the process. But
There you go.
like I really don't know what to say. If you don't want book calls, and don't work with Alex. But if you do, and you want to scale up, then this is your guy to go to, especially for appointment setters. He knows his shit. And the process of me losing Alex as a setter manager as well, it's fucking painful. But that shows how much impact he had on my business and everything, and how much he scaled me up. Because I
Yeah.
wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, honestly. You helped me out a ton.
Appreciate that, man. And good. Where can people find you and kind of learn more about you, learn more about what you do?
Yeah, I mean, you can check out my Instagram. It's just at SooWei, so just my name. YouTube is the same. Twitter is also the same. It's just all my name. No one has my name, so yeah.
Like, bro. Yeah, we'll put it all in the description. They'll be able to, and we'll put it on the screen and stuff and make it,
Yes, sir.
you know. So, guys, that was it. I hope you guys got good insights and kind of knowledge from this conversation. Now, if you do want to get in on the action and you want to get your entire appointment setting system dialed in, you want me to come in, hire your entire team, train your entire team, implement all the systems you need to run a smooth appointment setting process, and then maximize the performance of that team and those systems, and then ultimately, the icing on the cake, implement a set manager in your business that takes care of everything so that you haven't only eliminated yourself from the day-to-day appointment setting, but you've also eliminated yourself from the day-to-day training and managing of that team, and you can actually focus on growing the business. I want you to go down in the description, book a call with me. I'll see how I can help you out. If it's a good fit, definitely I will take care of you. You can trust me on that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.